We are joined in the studio with Craig.
Hello.
Would you like to tell us a bit about yourself and a bit about your music for anyone that doesn't really know?
Well, I'm a singer-songwriter from the Tudor area. I've been writing songs for a good 5-6 years now of my own original material. I've been gigging a lot the past couple of years. Last year was an absolute whirlwind, and it's nice acoustic alternative music.
So tell us how you started. What's your musical background?
I think when I was very young, and when the music channels were hitting the TV, I saw the video for The Cure, Just Like Heaven, and even though I was very young, it stuck with me. And so growing up, and then obviously finding love for The Cure because they're an absolutely amazing band. And then I think it was back in the last year of secondary school where I got introduced to the more rock stuff, punk rock, pop punk rock, and all that stuff. And I've always been a massive fan of music. I remember my stepdad. The first cassette I ever heard when I was a kid was "Bad" by Michael Jackson. And
that's a good start.
Yes,
I've got to say. I think my first album was Pop Party 2.
Yeah,
the first one that was the first thing that I'd actually bought with my own money. Pop Party 2. I mean, come on.
Is the Just Like Heaven video the one in the wardrobe, or is that a different Cure song?
That's close to me. I think
okay.
It is.
Like
but they are on a cliff though,
yeah.
so it's a similar video. Yeah.
Where did you've come in tonight? You're by yourself, but you're making the sound of maybe 3 or 4 guitars. How are you doing that?
Well, I'm using a Boss RC30 loop station. I basically put in the rhythm sections with the guitar, to try it as a drum beat sort of thing, and then put some lead and vocals over the top of that and just keep looping and looping.
And how did you start to do that? How did you think that you could just do it all yourself and pick up a loop pedal?
Inspiration, really, Ed Sheeran. I saw him 3 years ago using it on I think it was the Reading Festival, and I was blown away by what he could do with it. So I thought, you know what, I'll buy one. And it took a long time to master it, but I'm slowly and hopefully getting there.
Well, I'm sure everyone will be the judge of that in just a moment. Would you like to play a track for us now, Craig?
Yeah, sure, totally.
So what are you going to play for us right now?
I'm going to start off with Believe in What You Want, the title track.
Okay, so take it away.
Tell me, why do you see? Tell me, do you still believe it? Believe in what you want. My voice, it speaks the truth. No matter how you feel, our love will carry us through. Believe in what you want. My voice, it speaks the truth. No matter how you feel, our love will carry us through. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Like a stormy gale, and I'm holding on by your trust, and I offer you my hand, and you're open arms and tell me, why do you see? Tell me, do you still believe it? Believe in what you want. My voice, it speaks the truth. No matter how you feel, our love will carry us through. Believe in what you want. My voice, it speaks the truth. No matter how you feel, our love will carry us through. Believe in what you want. 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 But believe in me.
Unsigned Live with Charlie and Mark.
You just heard Craig before playing his track from his new EP. Do you want to talk a bit about that?
Yeah, can do. It was inspired back in 2010. Long story short, I was in a past relationship where there was accusations of lying and cheating going on, and basically I said, look, believe in what you want, my voice speaks the truth. And then that stuck by me, so I got really inspired by that like just what I said. So I went home and I basically wrote that, and the rest is history.
Yeah. Well, that's taken from your new EP, which is coming out.
Yes.
When and where can we see it?
It's going to be released hopefully 14th of January next week.
Okay.
And it'll be, I've got CDs done as well, but it should be on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Google, all the digital places.
So does that align with a certain gig that you're perhaps doing at 14th of January?
Yes, I'm playing the O2 Academy next week as part of their Acoustic Factory. They've got some brilliant acts like Sky Rush, Hannah Thomas, I think, and other great artists. So I'm really looking forward to being part of that. All
right, great. So should we play another song?
Yeah,
we've got this other song to play.
We've had some contact on Twitter from Aidan, and he said, "This is crazy good, nice looping, Craig. Beautiful, love to Chaz, Mark, Craig, and all the family." And that comes from Ralph Caller, whose song we have next. So I don't know if it was just a ploy to get him to play his song.
Maybe. But thank you very much, Mr. Ralph Caller.
This is Jam Music Blog Song of the Week, and it comes from Ralph Caller's new single, I guess. He released it on New Year's Day, I think. It's got a Home Shake vibe. I don't know if you've heard Home Shake.
I have heard Home Shake.
And it's called Take a Rest, so we'll let it speak for itself.
Unsigned Live with Charlie and Mark.
What was that?
That was Take a Rest from Ralph Caller from his new single, Take a Rest.
God,
check out the
that's
B-side as well. I really like the B-side. It's a
Mm.
good song.
He's channeling some inner Home Shake vibes.
Yeah. The album art's pretty good as well. I don't know if he's done it himself. It's nice. It's nice album art. We're joined by a fan.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it. It's quite loud. We have our biggest fan in the studio with us. You may be able to hear it.
Yeah.
This
Anyway.
makes good. Let's listen to a desk fan. So we're joined by Craig Roddam still. Hello.
Hello.
Would you like to talk a bit more? I know you spoke about the track that you played before on your EP. What's your EP called?
Well, it's called Believe in What You Want. So, yeah.
And how many tracks are going to be on it?
There's 5 original tracks, and then there's a bonus track which is similar to one of the tracks on there. If that makes sense.
What's the bonus track?
It's an acoustic version of a song called Everything.
Who's that by?
Me.
Oh.
It's all my original stuff.
So how is that bonus track?
Because the original version of the song has a full band at the end.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's the acoustic track.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
original.
Because some people who have heard it before prefer it without the drums in, so I thought I'd throw in an extra track.
So what's it like transferring from playing looping? Do you play most gigs when you're looping?
Yeah.
What's it like from transferring to looping all the time to actually going into the studio with a full band?
Well, it was interesting. I mean, we recorded it at Bishop Auckland College. I got a good friend, two good friends of mine, Jack Moore, who's an amazing drummer, and I asked him, could you play drums? I've got the ideas, can you help me out? And he was like, yeah man, totally. So we got him on drums, and then another friend of ours, Terry Sharp, amazing bass player, got him on board, and I did the rest. I did all the guitars and all the vocals, and we got a friend of ours, Erica Jones, to sing on the last track, Diary of the Lost and Broken, and she was absolutely phenomenal, so can't complain with that.
It's very good. So do you wanna play another track from your EP?
Yeah, would love to, yeah.
What's it gonna be called?
This one's going to be Turn the Page.
Turn the Page.
Season ends, another chapter will arise, filling the pages of stories about this life. She lets go of the past and puts it all behind her. She's ready to take on the world with something new. So everyone has got a story that they all can tell. We prevail from what we all find in ourselves. From all the choices we've made, we cannot seem to replace. Just throw it away and open the book to turn the page. Down, he reflects on all of his mistakes. Like a wilted leaf, it falls and then it breaks. To put things right, he calls in a desperate conversation, breaking the chains of regret and all restraints. And everyone has got a story that they all can tell. We prevail from what we all find in ourselves. From all the choices we make, we cannot seem to replace. Just throw it away and open the book to turn the page. Oh, oh, oh. The ties that bind can slowly end or deteriorate, opening doors to paths that we can walk and start again. The same fight is going on, it's deep inside you. Like a mountain that's hard to climb, you're gonna make it through. Everyone has got a story that they all can tell. We prevail from what we all find in ourselves. From all the choices we make, we cannot seem to replace. Just throw it away and open the book to turn the page.
It usually sounds a lot better if there's loads of people clapping in the studio. So we usually ask the guests to clap, but we don't need to ask anymore, do we, Mark?
No, we don't.
Because we have a special sound effect for that.
Well done.
So,
Yeah,
Craig.
that was really good. The strangest thing happened, right? Obviously, we're used to having lots of live guests in the studio, and a lot of the time, when I take my headphones off, a lot of the same thing that I'm hearing in the headphones is what's happening in the room. But if I took my headphones off, the sound completely changed because of the amount of loops that you had on.
I might try that in the next song.
Yeah, it's very clever.
Should we play your game, Mark?
Yes. So we were talking a bit during the break that we had some connections with Black Nevada, and obviously we have a very famous game that we played with.
We can't play it again though. I think it was the best thing I've ever came up with.
We should play it again, even if like the person doesn't have fish in their name. We should still play it. We played Anthony Fisher's. You can listen back to that actually on our YouTube channel. Yeah. So youtube.com/Charlie and Mark. Whenever we have a guest on, I like to do a game themed around them. So obviously Anthony Fisher's fish. This time we tried to tailor this around looping because we know that you are an avid looper. So we have 4 tracks of well-known songs that I have looped very crudely, particularly badly as well. And I'm going to hope to see if you can guess what these tracks are.
Okay.
The first? I think I know what the first one is from the name. I think it's been spoiled.
Well, Craig has no idea what these are. So
is it head to head? Is it me versus Craig?
Yes, but if
he's got the advantage. He's seen the first answer.
Yeah, but Charlie knows nothing. So okay. So I don't know how loud this is going to be. So we'll give it a try. This is the first one. Do you want the track and the artist? I would like the track and the artist, but Craig's looking puzzled.
I am.
It's a very famous introduction to a very famous song.
Is it by any chance Bob Marley?
It's Bob Marley.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Were you going to say that?
Yeah.
Buffalo Soldier?
That's absolutely right, Craig. Well done.
I wasn't going to.
You get a clap for that. You get a clap. Well done.
Right,
so, so that's 1-1.
Well, I didn't get the song. I wasn't going to say Buffalo Soldier.
What were you going to say something else?
Yeah, I was going to say Three Little Birds.
Ah, what a beginner! That's just a beginner's mistake. Okay, we got a harder one now. Okay. Yes, it's even harder than that one.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, I know this one. It's Chaka Khan. I'm Every Woman.
Oh.
Oh.
What were you going to say, Craig?
I thought it was going to. I was thinking it was Jamiroquai.
Yes, I see what you mean, yeah. It does have a Jamiroquai vibe, but yes, that is Chaka Khan, I'm Every Woman. Charlie, you get a clap for that.
Is it embarrassing that I know that song? Just from that.
It's perhaps a little bit embarrassing.
No shame whatsoever.
Okay, I think you might get this one, Craig. I hope you get this one. This is number 3. Scores on the doors are 1-1.
Dance Dance Fall Out Boy.
Oh!
I got it from the bass.
Yeah, but he got it from the first 2 beats.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2-1, advantage to Craig. Okay. This is the decider. We've only got. I should have really done an odd number because we've got 4. So if it's a draw, we'll call it a draw. If not, Craig wins. Okay, so this is the 4th one. This is quite obscure.
And it's Pirates of the Caribbean.
It is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well done.
Well, so that is 2-2. Everyone gets a move. Well done. Well done.
Brilliant. This next track is In Between Days from The Cure.
Unsigned Live with Charlie and Mark.
That was In Between Days by The Cure. You like The Cure, don't you, Craig?
I absolutely love them, yes.
Yeah, they're a very good band. So, what is your writing process like? How do you write your songs?
Tend to start off, if I have an idea on the acoustic, I tend to work on the music first. Just gives me a rough idea of structures of verses and choruses and things like that. And then I tend to work on the lyrics. Lyrical content, I tend to look at themes. So for the EP, I looked at everyday things that happen in life, that we go through. Love, loss, hurt, belief. Things like that, and I hope I've caught them on the songs that are on the EP. I'm working on new material all the time, so I've got ideas for the next. I've got 2 songs written already, and they're trying to take on more of a theme, that one like a concept sort of thing. So it's all going good. Do
you find that you're always motivated to write, or sometimes is it difficult to sort of get what you want to say down on the page?
A bit of both, really. I tend to find that. Lately I've just had a lot of creativity coming all over the place, from things happening, experiences happening, not just to me, but to my friends and things like that. There is times where you do get writer's block, and it's it's awful. But no, I'm quite fortunate that I'm on the ball all the time at the moment.
Now, obviously, you're a seasoned singer-songwriter, but what advice could you give to any young aspiring singer-songwriters out there?
Just don't give up on your ideas. Even if it's just a few notes that are scribbled down, just keep writing and work on it, because one day you'll come up with an absolute masterpiece, and just stick at it. Just don't give up on your dream.
Is there ever a point where, say if you're writing a song, is there ever a point where you would just say, you've worked on it for ages and it's not coming out the way you originally thought? Is there ever a point where you would just scrap the idea and just start new?
Yeah. It's quite funny actually, because some songs on the EP now, there was a couple that were previously songs before, like maybe it's in a different key or things like that, and the lyrics weren't exactly what I wanted, and I wasn't too keen on them. But then I'd leave it for a while, like maybe it's a year or two, and then when I'm wanting to write again, I'll just look at more ideas and think, oh, I'll go back to this, and then try and rework it. So it comes in full circle sometimes.
So your next track that you're going to play for us is Everything.
Yes.
So what was the creation of that song like? What's the story, if there is one?
Well, it's basically a song for me and my girlfriend, Joanne Brady. We've been together 2 years, and the song is a reflection of the first night that we met. It's just basically going on about the emotions and how I was feeling when I was meeting up with her, and you could just tell, like in the second half of the song, it goes on about how we were because we went to the beach and it was a lovely night, and as the waves were crashing by, we could feel something click, and like I felt, that we were simply meant to be, which funny enough is a line in the song, but it's just how I felt, and we both felt the same, and we're still together 2 years later, and we're going strong. So, and I only wrote it last year. It was literally just coming back from, we'd been like to the cinema or something, and I got back, I dropped her off at home, and I was just sat there thinking, right, I want to do something. Do I play on my PS4 or do I write a song? And then literally the lyrics just came like that. So
that is a dilemma.
Yeah, well, no question really. The song was the best choice because it's possibly my most personal song to date yet.
Yeah, it's definitely the most productive option. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than playing Call of Duty.
Before you start your playing Everything, what is your favourite chord?
Favourite card?
Chord.
Oh, chord.
Pick a card.
Favourite card.
The Ace of Spades.
The Ace of Spades. That's a favourite chord. Oh.
There's too many.
Actually, I'd go for this E minor. I can't remember the rest of it. If Tim Loads is listening, he'll kill me tomorrow because I'm terrible with my chords. But it's also known as the Neighbours chord. You remember Neighbours? Yeah.
I don't remember Neighbours.
That's whenever something bad happens in Neighbours, they always play that chord, and I think that must be my favourite chord.
Big fan of Neighbours there.
No, I just remember listening to it when I was younger.
So, take it away. You're going to play Everything.
Yeah. August 10th on a sunny evening. My heart began to quake from the nerves. I parked outside the house from a half-hour's drive where I seen your smile shine out from the dark. The conversation made was a struggle. I'm shaking yet I kept my calm. Roll towards the beach in the summer breeze to find us underneath the stars. It wasn't hard to see that everything I built to this moment that we can see for real, that our love had been holding on for you and me.
waves, they crash along the horizon. The beat, it sends a pulse to my skin. You held my hand and felt the electricity from where we knew that nothing was wrong. A kiss, it set a spark to the fire. It ignited the cold air from the sea. Taken from this moment, I realized that we were simply meant to be. It wasn't hard to see that everything I built to this moment that we can see for real. That I've never been holding on. I've never been holding on for you and me. It wasn't hard to see that everything I built to this moment that we can see for real. That I've never been holding on for you and me to believe that everything was set to make our lives change and break free from everything that went wrong. From everything that went wrong. From everything that went wrong for you and me. No, yeah, I've never been holding on.
Unsigned Live with Charlie and Mark.
105.9 Bishop FM.
Hello and welcome back to
It's
Unsigned
Michael
Live.
Shoulder here, and you are listening to Unsigned Live with Charlie and Mark.
It's just Michael has a bit of a stutter sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. Thanks, PC. So we're still joined by
Craig, and he's just played this song, Everything. And what were you saying before, Mark?
Oh, I was just saying, obviously, because we need to get these plugs in. Believe in What You Want, Craig's debut EP, will feature that song with a big band arrangement. Well, not a big band, not like a huge jazz band.
Got a couple of strings in there, MIDI strings, but
So, yeah,
big band.
A big band, yeah, trombones and everything.
But next, we have a track from two guys called Little Cousin. They're both in the band Walter Mitty and his makeshift orchestra, and they've released this track. They're, I guess, the art collective called Making New Enemies releases a compilation album with loads of different artists every year called Group Picture, and this is the 5th one, and this is a track on it. It's a nice little track, and it's called Downhill Climber.
So, Craig, hello. Welcome again.
So, what's coming up in the future for you?
Well, O2 Geek next week, EP release soon. I'm also working on an EP launch party. Details will be coming soon. We're just trying to finalise it all. I'm also taking part in UBeat Live as part of UBeat TV. They've got UBeat Live, which is on...
Would you just tell us a bit about that? I've never heard of UBeat TV before.
Oh, right. Well, UBeat TV, it's like a channel that was started off on YouTube. They've now been on Made in Town and Weir, the channel for the past couple of years. UBeat Live is coincided with that because all the acts from Series 4 that is starting this Friday, I believe, get to perform at the Riverside in Newcastle, so that's a good thing. I was on the last episode, so I'm looking forward to that.
So is that it's recorded and then it's broadcast on Tyne and Weir?
Yeah.
Okay. Where and you record that at the Riverside?
No, the series was recorded in the studio, the UBeat TV, but UBeat Live is it's like a gig that has all the acts from Series 4, which will be starting this Friday, and then getting them together at the end of the series to have the
is
show.
that and that's broadcast as well?
I think so. I'm not too sure yet.
Okay.
The video's just being put up tonight from Ubeat about what's going on and stuff, so you can find it on YouTube or on my Facebook page.
Ah, cool.
Exciting.
And when I was doing some research, I saw that you supported Barry Hyde from the Futureheads at the Sage. What was that like?
That was quite surreal, because the fact the Sage is an amazing venue.
It is.
And I got asked to audition. Luckily got through and got to be on the bill. Barry Hyde was quite interesting. He told the crowd after 30 seconds of starting his first song to be quiet, or if they wanted to talk, go outside. So the majority of the audience left.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. So I kind of compensated that, grabbed my guitar from the dressing room and played on the balcony area outside.
Oh wow! So you divided the Barry's gig, kind of like you did your own gig outside.
Me and a friend, yeah, we got we did a couple of songs, an impromptu set out the front, and I feel awful, but he didn't seem too pleased.
No,
yeah.
But in fairness, he told people if they want to go outside, then fair play.
Yeah. Well, did you hear his applause, and did you compare it to yours? Were you? Was the whole place going crazy for?
I think everyone was going outside, and then they were going, "Oh, what's going on?" And it was just gathered, and it just got so huge, and I didn't even expect it. And Jeff Mull, who was on the lineup, he came over with like a blue, like little bin and started playing drums on it. it was just quite surreal. I'm thinking, is this all happening? You know what? And it was one of the coolest nights ever.
And poor Barry Hyde just stood there in an empty room, just looking around, thinking, "Where's everyone gone?"
I think there were 6 people left, and it was all of his family. I feel awful, but
No, but that's a good story.
So I think it's time to wrap up the show. Where can we find you on the internet if we want to grab your EP?
You can catch me on Facebook, first of all, Craig Roddam Music. You can find all the updates on there. The EP will be out on iTunes, Amazon, Google on the 14th. I also have CDs as well that I'll be selling. You can find me on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Craig-Roddam. I'm on Twitter @Roddam Music. So,
well, Craig, thank you very much for coming on the show. You've definitely made some great sounds today, and congratulations on drawing in our game.
Thank you for having me anyway. Thank you.